Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo spoke about Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens at Saturday night's main event. The two stars faced each other this past weekend for the WWE Undisputed Championship. After a hard-fought battle, Cody finally managed to win after he hit Cole with the crossroads on a steel chair. However, the American Nightmare didn't have a chance to celebrate the win as Owens attacked him after the show went off the air. This week on Legion of Raw, Vince Russo was irate that Kevin Owens attacking Cody wasn't part of the show. He felt Saturday night's main event was a total bust and failed to attract new fans. He was puzzled why WWE didn't have the post-match beatdown on the show and pushed it to social media. After the senseless attack from Owens, Cody was stretchered out of the arena and taken to a medical facility in an ambulance. Triple H was also irate with Kevin Owens and confronted the star near the entrance. Wrestling is an art form. It's poetry told through slams, stories written with sweat, blood, and tenacity. Every so often, a match comes along with the kind of potential that could etch itself into the annals of sports entertainment history. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens, two modern wrestling titans with distinct legacies, had that potential. But what unfolded was not a masterpiece. Instead, WWE missed the opportunity to showcase the one element that could have made this battle unforgettable: the story. Let me take you through why this match, held under the blinding lights of the main event stage, should have been the talk of the wrestling world for years to come. And why, sadly, it wasn't. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, represents grit and defiance. He's a man who clawed his way back to WWE after redefining himself outside its walls. His story is about legacy, a son trying to fulfill the dream of his legendary father, Dusty Rhodes. Kevin Owens, the prizefighter, is a man who doesn't need to justify his place in the ring. His story is about perseverance, a blue-collar brawler who smashed down every barrier with sheer will and undeniable talent. Owens isn't just a wrestler. He's a rebel who fights because he has to. These two men are more than wrestlers. They're storytellers, warriors with narratives that fans have followed for years. The clash of their personas promised not just a fight, but a tale for the ages. But WWE didn't let that happen. Credit where it's due. The build-up was promising. Cody's inspirational promos leading up to the match spoke of honor, loyalty, and the unyielding desire to conquer every obstacle. Kevin Owens, on the other hand, leaned into his raw authenticity, reminding everyone why he's as dangerous with a microphone as he is with a powerbomb. The crowd was red hot, fully invested in the idea of these two warriors colliding. The entrances were electric, Cody's dramatic theme music echoing through the arena, Owens storming in with his trademark intensity. The match itself wasn't bad, it was technically sound. Both men gave it their all, delivering high-impact moves, dramatic near falls, and moments of sheer athleticism. But something was missing. The best matches in wrestling are those where every move, every hold, feels like a page in a larger story. Think back to classics like Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania XII, or The Rock versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania X7. Those weren't just battles. They were cinematic. They resonated because they tapped into emotions deeper than the surface-level spectacle of suplexes and finishers. WWE failed to weave their rich histories into the match. Here you have Cody, a man driven by the shadow of his father's dream, facing Owens, a self-made champion who's always had to fight for respect. Their paths to this moment couldn't be more different, yet both were grounded in the same fundamental desire: to prove they belong. The match should have been an emotional roller coaster. Cody should have wrestled like a man trying to prove something not just to the fans, but to himself. Owens should have fought like a man who couldn't afford to lose because every victory is a validation of his scrappy, underdog rise. Instead, we got a match that felt like it was going through the motions of a high-profile bout without ever digging into its soul. 1. A lack of personal stakes. Where were the promos leading up to the match that focused on their contrasting philosophies? Cody could have talked about what it means to carry a family legacy, to wrestle with the weight of history on his shoulders. Owens could have countered with his disdain for entitled legacies, emphasizing his self-made journey. Imagine the tension that could have been built if they questioned each other's motivations directly. 2. No callbacks to their journeys. A truly great match draws on the past to fuel the present. Kevin Owens' shocking debut in NXT, where he betrayed his best friend Sami Zayn, could have been a perfect narrative tool. Cody's painful departure from WWE years ago, followed by his triumphant return, was another goldmine for storytelling. Yet, none of this was utilized. 3. The absence of emotional beats in the match. There should have been moments in the match that told the audience, this is bigger than wrestling. Cody, exhausted but defiant, pulling himself up with echoes of his father's spirit. Owens, standing over Cody, torn between respect and the ruthless need to win. These are the beats that stick with fans long after the final bell. Imagine this. Cody is down, struggling to get to his feet as Owens yells at him, demanding he stay down. But Cody refuses, his eyes burning with determination. Owens hits him with a devastating pop-up powerbomb, but instead of going for the pin, he hesitates. The crowd roars, sensing Owens' internal struggle. Is he really willing to crush Cody's dream? Cody capitalizes on that moment of doubt, catching Owens with a crossroads out of nowhere. Both men collapse, the energy of the arena reaching a fever pitch. The match ends with Cody barely eking out a victory, but not before both men have shown the world why they're among the best. As Cody celebrates, Owens gets to his feet. They lock eyes, no words, just mutual respect. The crowd, on its feet, knows they've witnessed something special. Wrestling isn't just about who wins or loses. It's about the journey, the moments that make us care. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens had the ingredients to be one of those moments. But WWE's failure to dig deeper into their shared humanity left us with a match that, while entertaining, didn't transcend.